It may be cheaper to encroach on wetlands, but when nature decides to act, the effects can be disastrous. Perhaps the encroachment on Kinawataka wetland, which is 1.5 square kilometers in Nakawa division, is a ticking time bomb. It has been heavily degraded with the invasion of private developers and factories who have ignored the advice of environmental experts. In Kinawataka, an identified developer is dumping maram in the wetland. The area of Kyambogo, Ntinda, Nakawa, Banda and Kinawataka flooded heavily on Tuesday, and this has been blamed partly on wetland encroachment.
Okay, at first when it used to rain, water used to pass clearly. But what happened yesterday, it has never happened, by the way.
There is nowhere the water can pass up to go to Banda, up to Kyambogo. There is no other water can pass.
Generally speaking, Kinawataka area was gazetted as an industrial park by previous governments. So it was set aside for developments. So the developments that you see there are not unusual.
This is a grain store in Ntinda, which suffered the wrath of the rain. By today, the water was still being drained out of the premises. NTV could not ascertain the extent of the damage to the warehouse and its contents.
That specific area where there was a flood is supposed to be a waterway. And there is a drainage channel which is supposed to collect all the water and take it to Lake Victoria. But most of that stretch has been encroached upon for development. The law and what NEMA requires is that there should be a buffer zone of at least 15 to 20 meters to protect that drainage.
Near Ntinda Minster's village is another swamp into which the water from Ntinda, Kigowa, Kyambogo and other areas drain. This catchment area is now an industrial area. One of the reasons why flooding could be increasing in some parts of the city is because the main drainage channel in Ntinda industrial area has been occupied by factories and buildings. And as we talk now, some part of this wetland has been earmarked for a construction. The NEMA spokesperson Naume Karihaho told NTV they are aware about this developer.
It was established that they got an approval previously, and so we are in the process of reviewing that approval and seeing the circumstances or the conditions against which that approval can be corrected. NEMA requested that they hold until a proper audit of that approval is done.
Nakawa West Member of Parliament Joel Senyonyi has heaped the blame on poor planning by the city authorities.
There's many mushrooming structures all over the place. They don't have a plan for drainage, and so water will find its own passage somehow. The water catchment areas, the wetlands, they have been encroached on by the very powerful people.
We have a database of titles in wetlands that are due for cancellation, and they are in thousands. So far, we have cancelled 330 titles, and the rest are in the process of cancellation.
NEMA estimates that wetland coverage in Uganda declined from 15.6% in 1994 to 8.9% by 2017 at a rate of 2.5% per year. Environmental experts say unless radical measures are taken immediately to restore integrity of Uganda's wetlands, the wetland coverage may fall to 1.6% by 2040. Jjingo Francis, NTV.